So you've ridden loads of motorbikes and now you decide you really want something very, very different. But where to begin? Well, after lots of soul searching and head scratching, you might decide that perhaps a BMW could be the answer. So you take a trip to your local BMW dealership and you come across one of these, an R1200C. How much more different would you like to get? There is not another bike on the planet that looks like this, but is it any good? Well, before you ride it anywhere, you're going to notice that it is very well equipped. After all, this is a BMW, which means a host of lovely little touches. These extend all the way from what is perhaps the best toolkit on any motorcycle to be found under the seat, the decent Pillion perch with a nice rail, all the way through to the heated grips, which are an absolute godsend in this climate. Admittedly, this bike is a cruiser, so it's never supposed to be the fastest thing on the planet, but it is surprising that given that that motor is the biggest incarnation of the boxer twin that BMW do at 1200cc, that it can have so little character and also be so slow. It'll get you up to 70 odd mile an hour easily enough, but there's no real character to the experience of getting there. As for the rest of it, the fueling really isn't all that smart, snatching on and off the throttle and making cruising around even at slow speeds a bit of a pain. And the gearbox, although it is positive enough, does require a firm boot. Another area on the R1200C that's less than perfect are the brakes. They may have snazzy Brembo logos on them, but to be honest, adequate is the best they can be described as. As you can guess by now, I'm really not the biggest fan of this bike. I admire what BMW have tried to do with being so different, but to be honest, I don't reckon they got it right this time. This is simply not a very nice motorcycle to spend time with. It's not comfortable enough, no matter how well built it actually is. Anyway, how does it rack up in the scores? Styling, 8 out of 10. Got to be the bike's strong point, love it or loathe it, you cannot ignore it. Performance, 5 out of 10. The handling is way up for a cruiser, but sadly that motor and those brakes are nothing better than average. Comfort, 3 out of 10. Oh dear. For a cruiser packing away some long straight miles, this really isn't a comfortable motorcycle. Sorry. Street cred, 5 out of 10. Again, it comes down to that styling. People will love it or hate it, but it's never going to be as cool as a Harley. Reliability, 9 out of 10. It's a BMW, it will go on forever and ever and ever. Value for money, 6 out of 10. I reckon you would really have to want one of these to actually part with hard cash to get one. Regardless of how you feel about any of this bike's other quirks or deficiencies, by far and away the worst part of the R1200C riding experience is the riding position. Granted, sat like I am now, it's really quite comfortable. This seat is very, very soft, even supports your back a little bit. And the pegs are in just the right place too. But the problem comes when you decide you want to go anywhere and you have to reach them bars, because they're absolutely miles away. Go any more than 5 miles and you're going to start feeling it across the tops of your shoulders. And if you fancy topping 60 mile an hour, you're probably going to have to work out.